Hello, darlings. I actually need to share my stream link. Whoops. But look at us. We're here and we're alive. I just realized that I accidentally I accidentally set my time as you know as that the stream starts at 7 and not 7:30. So sorry about that. I sent a message in my Discord and I completely forgot to actually change that on my settings. So yeah. But we have Mr. Bernard as our picture for the stream today because we love him. He's great. But yeah, sorry if my tracking's kind of bad. I did not turn on my ring light. I was in such a rush to start the stream. I was actually I literally just got home 3 minutes ago. I pre-set up my stream this morning and then I ran in here. So yeah, but let's go join the Discord call. And I also have a surprise. I was trying to set up the thing that will show who's on call, and I think I accidentally broke it. It was working for a second, and then I tried changing the settings, and it didn't work again. But I do have my character sheet on here. Sadly, I can't get logged on to DND Beyond on this, so I can't make roles on here. I'm gonna have to make roles in my like own little website kind of thing, and it won't show on here. But you can like look at my stuff on here. So yeah, I'll scroll through whenever we're doing things. But yeah, I'm gonna go rejoin call now. Hi, I'm back. Brilliant. Yay. Okay. I forgot to send out the actual link to the stream, so I was doing that as I was doing my intro. Panic Ben! It's one of those days. You can have those days, you know? You're too sweet. Yay. I was trying to get my my like whoever talks up on OBS kind of thing, like you know, the Discord thing. I got it. Okay, yeah, I configured it, and you see, it showed up like for like 5 minutes, and then I tried changing my settings to where like if someone's not talking, then their name disappears. And once I set that setting on, it just is not working anymore. So yeah, so yeah. Let me try messing with it while we're in here, you know? Hi! Hello. I'm Kera. I play Orla. I'm a little deep gnome. And yeah. I don't know. Oh wait,
Does somebody need me to stop?
no, sorry, I actually had my desktop audio completely muted. So.
Oh, and no one could hear us this entire time. God, just streamer moments left and right.
Yeah, because we had just gotten to the waterfall from the trees. Question.
Yes, specifically, you had just traveled through the forest. You were working your way along Tribor Trail on your way to deliver some provisions, which you were hired to deliver to the town of Phandalin. However, you were ambushed by a pack of goblins that had killed some horses on the road and like set them up like a barricade. And so upon like attempting to investigate, you were ambushed and the goblins chased you through the forest. You beat them back and caused them to retreat. And as they ran away, you followed them through the forest to what appears to be their hideout. Now, at the opening, you've tied up Bernard the ox and kind of set him back to like stay hidden. But now you're starting to move outward, and you see there's this cave within the wall of a mountain nearby, and this cave has a river flowing out of it. On the other side of this river, the eastern side, there is a small like indent in the forest where, covered in brushes and thickets, you notice a small goblin outpost has kind of been set up and seems to be keeping watch over the entrance to the cave. You guys have the floor.
Thank you.
You okay?
Mom likes to throw things at me.
Oh.
So Mama Karen just tossed some Sour Patch Kids at me.
Oh, she's making sure you're fed. Ain't that sweet?
That's precious. How adorable.
That always happens. If there's a distressed squeak, Mama Karen decided to break the fourth wall.
You know, perfect.
Feed us the squeaks.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can I burn down the watch?
Can you burn down the watch? Would you like to roll stealth and attempt to go ahead and wiggle your way along the river and try to sneak up on the goblins at the outpost?
Revenge.
All right, sure thing.
So, I'm blind.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
What we doing?
See how well you do for stealth.
12, 13.
13 for stealth. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and roll a perception check for the goblins to contest you. Let's see. What do they do? How bright are these goblins? Not very bright. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ms. Papaya, you do deftly like kind of slink your way across the river, and you know, as you kind of make your way towards the trees, are you gonna try and like go into the like forest proper and like sneak through the forest and get behind them, or are you just gonna like sneak straight up to them, like crawl on the ground or something?
My dress is too pretty for dirt. I'm going through the forest.
All right, so you could just kind of slink on through the forest, and you come out the other side, like just around the south end of the goblin outpost, and you kind of sneak up quietly behind them, and they like for a second you like rustle some twigs and leaves, and the goblins look over to your direction, but you kind of get down under the bushes, and you hide, and you barely avoid their gaze. You sneak right around to the back end, and now you're behind them. What do you do?
Who? Me?
Yep, you.
Oh. Can I do fire? Can I just?
Can you do fire?
Can I just?
You have your spells list, correct?
I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm a cold bitch. Good lord. Hell yeah. Burning hands. No. Can I do that now?
You can do that now.
Burn.
All right. So the goblins are around 15, or like they're within 15 feet of you. So you're gonna like let loose a fiery cone from your hands, right? And you're gonna try to burn the goblins in the outpost. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and click to roll the damage for that spell. See that little like thing that you can click that says 3d6?
Yes. Okay. Big brain.
Click on that.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. All right. And let's see. I'm going to give them disadvantage on the saving throws since you snuck up on them. Let's see. Roll 2 rolls and take the lower one. So there are 2 goblins stationed within this outpost, and you're just kind of like, you wave to everybody to get them back. You sneak up behind them. You put your hands together like a kamehameha, and let's see. The goblins. Oh my god. Okay, so you put your hands together and you just kind of whisper like, revenge, and then you unleash this like torrent of flame that just surges forward and encompasses the entire goblin outpost. This like, it's like a 10-foot across little building that the goblins are holed up in, and it's got like a bunch of branches and stuff onto it, and they're all like dried out and crispy, and that makes perfect tinder. The whole thing explodes into a giant inferno, and you just hear the goblins as they just fry alive before like in like 3 seconds there's nothing but a pile of ash and like no goblins, not even bones to be found. Everyone, you witness this from the trees on the other side.
I did it!
Yeah, I thought we were going to stealth it. Okay.
No.
Good
But we can steal their stuff though.
I don't think there's stuff to be had.
Don't they bury stuff? Are they not the burying type?
I think they wear it like jewelry.
Oh.
Do you want to like try and
Wait,
sift
does
through
the
the
jewelry
ashes?
burn?
Yeah, do you want to try and sift through the ashes, Miss Papaya, to see if you find something?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, Verona like starts to like push her hands around through the ashes. Oh my god.
Fine.
you like push the ashes around a little bit and like kind of move them back and forth, and do me a favor and roll a investigation check.
18 plus 3, 21.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So you like sift around through the ashes, and you're more than familiar with burning things. You know, one could say that like in your childhood you were a little bit of a pyromaniac. So you like know how to like feel like through ashes for things that are still left unburnt. And so you rub your fingers across the ashes and you find 4 platinum pieces.
Oh!
King A.
Sorry, 4?
Four
Money!
platinum pieces. I rolled on the loot table and she got 4 platinum pieces.
I guess we're adding that to the hoard of money that I've been collecting for all of us to split
There
later.
is just a mass of loot just coming together.
I
So,
have this one pouch of money for a reason. That's not mine.
so Verona, you find these like these 4 platinum pieces amongst the wreckage, and you are just like, hmm. So now they are
In the
on
pocket
you.
you go.
Everyone from the party, what do you guys do now? The like watch party over the cave entrance is cleared. Seems like aside from like a short shriek, nothing else would have been heard.
I'm gonna do a hop, skip, and a jump over to Verona.
Alright, so you go ahead and make your way across the river to
Hey!
Verona.
Hi.
Hi,
is everything
friend.
fine?
Nothing.
Are you sure, darling?
Was asking.
Just me. If you found money, it goes in the pouch.
Oh, I got 4. Here we go.
Opens pouch.
She
Yeah,
slips
nothing.
she, she slips the 4 platinum pieces into your pouch, like reluctantly and grumbling.
Good girl.
Mm,
You get to have 4 of these back when we're done, okay?
fine.
Wonderful.
Well, okay, so let's fill up our water skins since it doesn't look like anything was made aware of our existence.
Okay.
And also, either A, wash off Bernard with his pretty glitter so he doesn't become a target of the greatest variant.
We also have to
Or
wash off
B,
Orla
have
and the
shredded.
stinky bard, man.
Yeah,
We have 2 people that do need a bath.
I
Two
don't
people
think
that
I
need
Let's
a
smell
wash
that
Bernard.
bad.
Water
You're
first,
getting a
then
bath.
Bernard, then the
Okay.
man, then Orla.
because
can-
Orla's gonna take the most.
We
work.
should rock, paper, scissors. Who does the man?
If no one
I
wants
can
to
wash
do it,
myself.
Do you know what soap is?
No.
Then shut up. Anyway.
I can do a mud bath.
No!
No, my bad. I will
You know-
make sure that
I
the
can
bar
help.
bathes
It's
himself
fine.
properly.
I'll deal with the man. You guys get Orla. She might need more than one person.
No.
Is-
You looks at Alistair. Mr. Pointy Arrow Mans.
Alistair. Sorry.
Alistair. Okay. You can make sure to scrub that bard head to toe. Because I'm pretty sure if I have you help wash the gnome, she's going to bite you.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I just
That
start
The
makes
hissing
hissing.
proves that.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
You're right. I made a mistake. We're gonna wash Orla after
Yeah.
Bernard because he might die from whatever's on them.
Yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna wash Bernard, get him nice and cleaned up. You're gonna wash the bard. We're gonna wash the gnome. Okay, so let's get to work.
All
I
right.
better not hear any complaints, Mr. Bard.
And so some time passes. You all wash off. Like there's a team effort to wash off Bernard as Bernard like leaks glitter into the river. Like
Yes. Pollution.
although he is no longer putty, he does smell like soap and cleanness as opposed to a regular ox.
I'm gonna
So
put
it
a
is.
bow on his
Bonita is a
forehead.
mindset, not an appearance. Don't ever disrespect Bernard like that again. Very beautiful to me. Very beautiful to me.
I'm going to gather up the tuft of fur that covers his eyes, because oxen are like that, and I'm
Mhm.
going to put a pretty bow there.
All right. So you give him like a little trim, and then you like wrap like a little bow on the on the fur that hangs
I'll
over
tell
the
trial.
eyes.
Monkey stick.
You produce like a rag or something from your pack, and
Oh,
you
can I
just,
warm my
like,
hands instead of fire?
Can you what?
Like warm my hands, kind of like a mini heater.
You technically can, but I don't know if you have the spell for it.
Damn it.
Yes, you do not have the spell for doing that. Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. I can still do the towel.
So
In
you
my
go
Mary
ahead and
Poppins
towel
pouch.
dry him. In the meantime, Orla gets scrubbed and clean and exposed to the very first bath he has ever taken, I believe.
Good lord.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
roll
like
up
the color
my
has changed
sleeves
color.
and
The water has
everything and get to
changed
work.
colors.
And Alistair scrubs and Jonathan the Bard clean as well. And he just kind of sits there and is like, "Whoa there, buddy, easy on the merchandise."
You haven't had a bath in I don't know how long. We're making sure you get fucking clean.
I understand. It's just I'm a little
Somewhere in the
ticklish.
distance, all you hear is, "It smells! Oh! Why is the water brown? Oh! What's wrong with people?"
You watch as downstream from Verona, the water starts to turn this like murky color, and several fish bob to the surface like belly laughs.
What's wrong with you?
I think we have some fish we can cook now, at least.
No! It's infected. Don't you dare.
Fire disinfects everything.
Fire does not disinfect disease. Come on now.
No,
I
but
think it's
can detect
radioactive.
disease.
It's sizzling. The water's
Can't detect
sizzling. It's
disease
bubbling.
and poison.
You wait, sorry, what was that?
I'm going to detect disease and poison.
So you go ahead and like you do the effect of that, and like as you start to like sense diseases and poison in the area, you notice that like there's trace amounts on Orla that are like flowing out into the water, and then you look downstream and you see just at least 450 variants of pestilence that have just infused itself into the water. Yes, there's something like there's spider venom, bubonic plague, syphilis somehow,
Holy hell.
hypergonorrhea. You don't even know what that is, but the words flowing into your mind.
It just the mayor is slack-jawed and looks so concerned.
And there's
gets
also COVID-21.
The water smells. The water smells so bad. No, don't drink it.
Yeah, don't drink that. There's so many disease. There's over 400 diseases and poisons and pestilence. Just
At some
flowing off
point-
the gnome.
Oh.
At some point in time, like Jonathan is covered in dirt and grime and has at least like 4 or 5 diseases, like just somewhere in the cake that's griming his body. But Orla is just an entirely different story. You struggle to kind of conceive how this could have happened.
It's all
Did
of
you
the
roll around in ogre shit or something when you were younger?
No. I lived in the Underdark when I was younger.
That does not explain the 400 and some odd diseases and poisons on you. He only has 4 or 5 in that grime. Why do
Does
you have
Orla
over 400?
immunity to most diseases, but it's the common carrier.
I
Are
Somehow,
you the reason we've had these diseases? Did you kill 500,000 people, Orla?
Orla is
Orla!
patient zero.
Orla is the Rat King. Orla is the
Oh
Rat
my
King.
god! the Rat King!
Oh no!
Oh no!
All hail Orla!
Oh,
Praise
Orla.
be to the Rat King.
You must feed her bugs or you'll catch a disease.
Oh my god.
I think we're going to need to
so
burn the water
after
this.
some time,
We're gonna
after
go up
some
north a
time
little bit.
and some significant pollution to the southern stream, everyone is nice and clean and shiny, and they don't smell like death.
Jonathan, come here. Let me just.
Sure,
Oh, wait,
sure,
what's his name?
sure.
Yeah, it's
His
Jonathan.
name's
Little
John. My name's
spritz.
Jonathan. Yeah.
And now
what
you'll
was
smell
that?
nice. It's perfume. It'll make you smell nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Because earlier you smelled like.
Ooh.
I don't think I can legally say the things you smell like.
Smelled
Orla
like
just
death, for
smelled like
lack of
death.
a better term.
Orla does not even get to look at perfume. She might drink it.
Orla would be a
We'll rub a
offended with
flower on her
perfume.
if we need to.
Oh my god.
Even smelling the perfume from like a few feet away, like Orla is just like disgusted by the fact that like there are chemicals that smell like that. Like how like I don't know how to explain it. Like the scent touching her nose is just so offensive. And she's like covering her face, like trying to like get it away from her.
Oh, poor baby. I apologize. Here, have a flower. It smells pretty.
I eat flowers. Consume
Then you
it.
can taste and enjoy it. Oh Lord. Oh God, what have I done?
Have a whole ass bouquet. It's fine.
So now
Oh
we
my
have
God.
clean man, clean gnome,
Yep.
and the rest of us are
Pretty-eyed
clean.
oxen.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
So
Does this river go into any towns that we should be aware of?
Oh God.
Um,
Too long.
Did we
well,
just
the river
pollute an
seems
entire
to find
town?
its origin within like the cave. It's flowing outward from there. The direction
Where
in
does
which
it
the river
go?
flows is to the south, which is back where you came towards Neverwinter.
Well,
Did we
I
just
never
pollute
went
our own town? Oh God.
we just killed our own town. It's fine. Well, you
We're gonna
killed your
come back
town.
to
I
it.
don't live there.
No, I didn't do it. It was Orla. It was Orla. Oh,
Move on, I think.
oh, they're dead. They're gonna die. I'm an orphan. Yay.
Oh, hey, look, you're like me. I've been an orphan.
That fucking
Oh.
reaction.
Oh, my home.
Yeah, I've been an orphan for over 2 decades.
Can I burn the water
Well,
so that they don't drink it?
I'm sorry. for your loss.
Set it aflame. I don't know. I have to do something.
Yeah, can we burn the water?
Can you burn the
With
water?
all the fucking diseases in there, you can't tell me there's no oil.
With what was
Why?
on Orla, I'm sure there's oil.
Petroleum, honestly.
Probably.
Jesus.
I don't even know
Just
what
burn
to
it.
say.
Just burn it. By the time it reaches it, it'll already be aflame. They'll never drink it.
I'm going to say that I roll a, we're gonna call it a nature check.
Oh,
to see
can I
if
help?
you can purify the water. Yes, you may help, and
me?
by helping, you get advantage. Papaya.
I
I rolled a 20 plus 2.
got a 6!
I rolled a
You
nat
did all the
20 with
work.
my plus 2.
You did all the work! I just gave you the idea!
All right. So, for future reference, I'm gonna give it to you. For future reference, when you say you want to help somebody, that gives them advantage. It does. You don't actually roll anything yourself.
Oh,
but
okay.
for now, I'm gonna roll it because that nat 20 was really funny, and I like it. So, you like Papaya, or sorry, Verona goes over to the water and like starts to like emit like scorching heat from her hands, which makes the situation actively worse as now the poison starts to bubble up into the atmosphere. However, you immediately, with quick thinking, make a like filter of like palm fronds and leaves that are nearby, and you manage to like catch the fumes and absorb them into the filter that you've made. And you set it up like a little dam on the end of the river. You like run down to the other end and you put it down, and it just filters out like the poison and catches all of it. And then
Yay.
with that, like all that grime, you kind of scoop all of it up, and then you just like you're not really sure what to do with it, but you have this big old like like I would say like 5-foot leaf
Can we use it as a
barricade
weapon?
covered in grime and muck.
Throw it on our
I think we can use
enemies.
it as poison.
And
We
it
can
is
use it as
acrid.
poison.
Like it is acrid. It is the worst smelling thing you've ever smelled in your life. It smells like
Oh,
just
Jesus.
imagine every dead thing you've ever smelled combined into one, and then also give it spoiled milk and rotten egg.
Wait,
Verona's
so
gonna
it'd be good
faint.
fertilizer.
She
So
just
it'd be
fucking
good
falls
fertilizer.
out. She faints.
Oh.
So Verona just clocks out. Just L.
Oh,
Just-
Jesus.
Just passed out on poor Bernard.
Okay, so you just like you get like a whiff of it, and like your face just like scrunches up, and you just go over to Bernard and just flop over and out gone.
Cool.
Cooked.
Yeah, we did. We committed eco-terrorism, Morla.
Yeah.
So with that, what do you want to do with this like sludge thing? Do you want to like keep it, or do you want to just try to get rid of it?
I'm gonna put it in the forest. It'll be good fertilizer.
Okay.
No.
So with the with this pile of like acrid goop,
Actually, I'll put it in the hole that the gnomes dug, or not the gnomes, the goblins.
you take
I
it
said
over
gnome
to
because
the,
I was thinking
the
about Orla.
goblin dugout. No, sorry. No,
She's somewhere
you
digging.
you walk for a few miles, like back to where the ambush occurred, like to where the pitfall was specifically,
Mhm.
and you just kind of slide all the gunk down in there. Do you bury it?
Yes.
Okay, so you bury it, and it just kind of sits, and the stench is like it's still there, seeping up through the ground, but it's not nearly as bad.
We're gonna find some like radioactive zombies in the future.
Good lord.
Well, you know, eventually it'll solidify and that'll become the
Are
new
we
boat.
the start of
Fine.
The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Orla.
Oh my
And I'm
At
gonna
least
walk
it's not The
back
Last
and
of
like
Us.
lightly wash my hands.
You lightly wash your hands, and as you wash your hands, you kind of like wince in pain as handling something so volatile has actually made the skin on the surface layer of your hands just kind of peel off.
Yeah. Yeah. Go figure.
No gloves.
I don't
My
think she
gloves
has
would have
gloves.
rotted.
Just raw paw in it? Okay. Alright.
She
Skin to
got a raw
skin.
palm it. You don't want to ruin those gloves. They're cashmere.
Exactly.
Yeah, understandable. Have a nice day.
Okay, so from here, you can continue down Tribor to like the place you wanted to go, or you can further investigate the goblin hideout within the cave.
Goblin! Because we don't know if they were notified, like, if they came here and was like, we got attacked.
Or if there's more.
Exactly. And that could also mean more money, possibly.
All right.
Can I burn it?
We'll see. Hold on.
No.
Perfection. By the way, Papaya, whenever you cast a spell like that, like a first level spell, not a cantrip, go ahead and make sure that you click one of the spell slot icons, so that you make a mark that spell is consumed, because you can only cast before you take a long rest. You can only cast 2 first level spells with your number, because you have a number of spell slots that's equal to 2. You can only cast 2 first level spells before you take a long rest.
How do I do that? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh
So
no.
when you go to your spells, at the top where it says first level, you see the thing that says slots.
Oh, spell slot?
Yep, you click on one, and it just will like mark
Oh.
it
Oh, no more fire hands.
down. You can cast fire hands again, but like once those slots are gone, you can't use any more spells until you take a long rest. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So, let's see. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and move then into the mouth of the cave where the river flows out.
Mouth.
Is that agreed upon by everybody in the party?
Yeah.
I'm knocked out.
Like the last.
I'm going to gently shake up Verona.
All right.
Oh, is it still there? Oh,
No. I
Oh,
took
thank
care of it.
where's the sun?
Well,
It was awful.
while the responsible people in the party are like all doing their thing, can I just walk in? I mean, like, I'm sure like the goblins, you know, like.
Is
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
anyone watching for Orla?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's taking care of Verona right now. I'm pretty sure Nemea is, but Orla, however,
Nothing.
is
Orla.
okay. You meant oh, got you. Okay, yeah. Orla just skittered inside the cave.
I will join Orla to make sure nothing happens.
Alistair, you kind of catch up behind Orla, and as you enter just inside the cave mouth, the two of you witness a few uneven stone steps that lead up to a small, dank chamber to your right on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end, and it's filled with the stench of animals. All of a sudden, savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears, as 3 wolves are chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod that's driven into the ground, into the base of a stalagmite. So they kind of like look at you, like they eye you hungrily, and they're like,
Oh dear.
Can I offer?
Can I try and
Yeah.
can I try and lure them with food?
They're on
yes,
chains.
you may.
Can I?
Well, you can't lure them, but you can
Not lure, but
give
like
them food.
what's the word?
Oh wait, I
Tame?
have some meat that they can
Yes.
enjoy.
Oh yes, you do have some leftover meat. So do you want to like pass the meat to like Nemea? Do you want to pass the meat to Verona, or do you want to do it yourself?
I'm going to assist. I will share some.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So roll an animal handling check with advantage, Verona.
What's the advantage?
Can I?
Advantage is you roll the check twice and you take the higher number.
Oh, okay. 1.
Yeah, because
Oh.
if it was me rolling, I would have a +4.
So we got a 14.
14?
Well,
Yes.
remember.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was your second one. Yay!
Alrighty. So, with that, you notice, you notice that the wolves are like shrunken down. Their bellies are shriveled and their ribs are showing. And so Nemea, you pass the meat. Which specific meat do you want to use? The horse meat?
Yes.
Okay. So you pass like a pound of horse meat over to Verona, and Verona, you like kind of quietly and gently place the meat on the ground and kind of distribute it amongst the three wolves.
My pretties.
And the three of them like stop snarling, and they instead start sniffing the meat and like licking it, and then they immediately ravenously they start ripping it apart and consuming it. And as that happens, you watch as their tails start to wag, and they look up at you with big pupils, big puppy eyes, and they sit down and they like kind of move out of the way.
Babies. I take.
I'm going to pet them.
Come pet.
Roll an animal handling check for that.
Well, the wolves are
16.
What's
I
up,
rolled
Miss
a
Pen?
12.
You rolled a 12? You reach out your hand and you ruffle like the ears and pat them on the head, and you boop the snoot, and they're just like.
Now, how to get rid of this rod so we can take them?
What were you saying, Miss Pen? Earlier?
So like, while the wolves are distracted, like, is there a way to like look around, the chamber, like see if there's any other passageways or anything?
Yes, there's a narrow opening, in the east wall. So basically, like while you're facing on the opposite end of the room from the entrance, there's this narrow passageway that goes up about 30 feet, almost like a chimney. If you, someone who's small could climb up there.
Looks at Orla.
There's
Orla
also
only.
like some bones and like discarded like rotting meat that's like kind of been dropped down that chute.
Oh.
Can I scamper on over there, or is anyone gonna stop me?
You absolutely may. Is there anybody else trying to do anything in this room while she does that?
I mean, if it's
How do
small
I
enough
get
that
the
even
rod
I
off the
can't
house?
fit, I'm gonna let Orla go cause chaos. Yeah.
Sure thing. And for you, Papaya, Miss Verona, you can attempt to move one of the stakes out of the ground with a strength check. Specifically athletics. Roll athletics.
All right, can my little
As for
noodle arms
you,
help my babies?
Orla, roll athletics as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna help.
No!
Oh.
It's a 9!
You grab the iron thing. You said you were going to try to help her, Nemea?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll with advantage, so make another roll and take the higher one.
Me?
Papaya.
Oh.
It's still 9!
Oh no. Well, no matter how hard you push and pull, you cannot manage to move this iron rod. It's been driven deep into this stalagmite.
Can I try a roll on my own?
I will allow you to try a roll on your own, but no one can help you.
That's
Actually,
fine.
Alistair can help you. That's it.
Alright.
I mean, I will help if need be.
All right. Roll a strength or athletics check with advantage. Orla, roll. Did you roll your athletics check already?
I got a 10, and I was also going
You
to
got a what?
ask
She got a 10.
a 10. But what Stealth probably wouldn't be able to work on that, right?
No.
No. Okay.
You actually successfully scale a little bit up the wall. You struggle very hard, but you manage to scramble up about 15 feet. You need to make one more athletics check to climb all the way up.
With my minus, I rolled an 18.
No!
Oh!
A nat 1 minus 1 equals 0.
And that right there is a nat 1 unnatural 0. Orla, you place a hand onto the wall and you push a loose rock, and suddenly you hear a as this small crack spreads out from the rock that you grabbed with your hand.
Oh, no.
And it starts to spread, and you hear like this as cracks start to spread out everywhere, all over this fissure, and the hole crumbles and starts to get wider and wider, and a landslide comes down from the east side where the chimney was leading, all the way down, flooding rocks and crumbling stone into the room, straight towards the wolves and everybody else in the party. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Also, I rolled an 18 with my minus.
You manage to pull one of the stakes out of the ground.
Oh dear.
And the wolf gets free and attempts to run away from the collapsing rubble. Yes, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Am I allowed to do dexterity, or am I just like
I got a
way too
12.
close?
You are screwed.
I am screwed. Okay.
Oh god. I
Oh,
got a 12.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Alistair got a 10.
17.
Wait, where's Jonathan?
Oh, Jonathan's like outside with the ox. He's just vibing.
Oh,
He never said he was coming in.
I just realized, where'd the boy go?
The boy is
No,
outside.
he's
being
literally
wise.
just sitting outside playing. In fact, you can hear the sounds of his music flowing into the.
It's not so calling right now.
You can hear in the distance just this like
There's just a wolf fleeing
the
past
sound
him
of
into the
him
water.
playing his lute as he just. this calm music is playing as the tunnel just collapses around you. Let's see. The wolf that got free manages to run away. The other two are snailed by the landslide of rocks. Papaya, you make it away from the rocks and manage to avoid it, like clinging to a wall. Everyone who rolled above a 10, which I think is everybody, you're good. However, Orla is not good, as she is crushed under the rubble. Let's roll for damage real quick. Orla, you take 6 damage.
Okay. How do I apply that? Or do you apply that to me?
Just at the top right, you can see your current and max HP. Just put in the number and then hit damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So Orla, you are smashed by the rubble.
Am I stuck?
And yes, you are trapped in the rocks.
Good lord.
So with that, the dust
check on
clears.
the other wolves?
Yes, the dust clears, and you see that the other 2 wolves have been smashed.
Can we save them?
They're in extremely bad condition. Their bones have been broken by the rocks, and unfortunately, they don't look like they're gonna make it.
Damn it, Orla!
No, we have Jonathan. Can we use Jonathan, please?
roll a medicine check to try to save them. Oh, or you could call Jonathan in.
I'm gonna roll medicine. You call John.
Okay.
Okay, damn. Don't ignore that. Ignore that. Jonathan!
You're more experienced with dealing damage than taking it away. And so you try your best to poultice the wolves' wounds, but to no avail. You only manage to make them squirm.
I'm getting
I
Jonathan.
rolled a 19 with my +4. That is a 23.
For medicine, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
we're
I told Rona to go for John.
Listen, I'm distracted.
Okay, well, so you reach your hands out and you kind of place them on the wolf's wounds, and you're able to accurately diagnose where things are hurt. You manage to stabilize the wolves, and like keep them from losing any more blood.
Johnny,
alright.
help!
Verona, you call out to Jonathan, and Jonathan comes running in with his lute, still playing it, and he's just like, whoa, what's going on?
Help them! They're hurt. They got hurt by a rock slide, please.
I see.
There was a rock
Don't you
slide.
worry, little critters. I got you covered. And he like sweating profusely. He kind of like shakily plays out his same melody, and you watch as like a light comes from the strings, and the song seems to flow into the wolves as their breathing slows, and you watch as their wounds start to shrink and fade away.
Oh, thank goodness.
And the wolves
If you knew what
are...
soap was, I could kiss you right now.
And the wounds are healed. The wolves have been saved. Well done.
I am one with the rocks. I am now the rock remnant. I am.
You hear like a small grunt from like underneath the rubble. Just like.
I am the queen of the rocks. I
Oh,
have
Lord.
not become
By the
one.
way, Orla's probably over there in the rocks.
Oh yeah, because the
Oh, we
wolf's
should
bones were
probably
broken.
take her
Is
away.
Orla just like also like completely just like shattered, or is she all?
Oh, Orla,
Shattered
you
is
are
crazy.
messed up. You didn't take as much damage as the wolves did, but you are not doing hot.
Considering you have
Your
great-
little body has been battered and beaten, and you're tough, so you managed
Yeah,
to take a good bit of the blows.
Orla isn't even crying, guys.
This isn't your first rock slide.
Yeah.
But you definitely
Orla,
cannot
you're
open your
built
mouth
like
without
a
blood
tiny
coming out.
semi-truck. You can take that
I'm
damage.
gonna
These
go
are
over to where
puppies,
the rock slide is and
underfed.
find where Orla is in that mess.
I'm taking the dogs out
Okay.
to get some water.
I'm gonna help dig out Orla.
All right. So you go over to help dig out Orla. Did anybody else go to help dig out Orla as well?
Rona took the wolves out of the cave.
Yeah, I did. My dogs are hungry and thirsty. Let's feed them.
All right. So, with that, so it's just you, Nemea, right? Going to help Orla.
Me and Alistair.
Me as well.
Okay. So Alistair and Nemea, you guys climb up the rubble, and there's now a steep slope into the upper room. You know, the cave has widened, so technically, Orla accomplished what she was going out to do, just in a very violent way.
Yeah.
So now there's like this like relatively angled slope that goes up into the next room. However, as you go to like reach your hand out towards Orla, you see something much larger reach a hand down and grab Orla.
Oh.
This huge
Uh.
fist just plunges down into the rocks and scoops it up. And it's you hear, whoa. Somebody came into Clog's cave today. Fresh meat. And he kind of, this great bugbear, which is like a huge hairy goblin, just like clutches Orla in his right hand and raises her up as like he's about to take a bite out of her.
Hey!
Like an apple.
I accept this fate.
You giant fluffy mongrel, put down my gnome!
What the
Wait,
hell
do I
you
hear
think
that?
you're doing?
Do I hear the voice from outside?
Yes, you do.
I run back in. Leave the dogs with Bernard and run back in.
All right, so you leave the 3 saved wolves with Bernard. Jonathan goes, "I'll watch them. I'll watch them, folks." He just kind of runs
He
out of the
ran
cave
away.
and runs back to everything to take care of it all.
At least they can
and,
heal.
and he goes and hides. Then you like see as you walk into the room this humongous hairy goblin. Who has like Orla in his hand. He's about to take a bite out of her.
What do you think you're
Why
doing
the
with our
man
gnome?
yelled, put down
And
our gnome, you fluffy mongrel!
He looks down and like eyes you with like his vertical slit pupils. And
Ugh.
he like squeaks Orla like a squeaky toy.
Listen here, you overgrown Build-A-Bear.
Orla, you just kind of
Like,
can
you
only really
know.
make like an agonized noise and cough up blood as he squishes you.
That's my attempt at an agonized noise.
And he goes, well, Clark hasn't seen many non-goblins round these parts. I do think that, I might build a throne from your bones there.
And I'll build a nice fur coat from your fucking stomach. Give me my gnome.
I don't quite appreciate the attitude. And
You
he,
gave it
Appreciate
first.
your crusty
He-
paws on my gnome.
he turns around and like kind of turns his back to you, and he walks like back further into the room that like has now been
I'm
opened
gonna
up.
flay him like a new purse.
And you watch as he throws like Orla, like you can't hear it, but he throws Orla and you hear like the rattle of like a cage and a lock. Sorry, Orla. You have
I-
been captured.
We're chill.
Um,
We're vibing.
Well, yeah, that's about all you can do right now.
Orla's in her happy place right now.
Well,
She's
out.
like imagining like life will be better, you know, like imagining like a little beach, you know.
Uh,
A little beach full of bugs.
just a little beach. Oh.
An Orla-sized beach full of Orla-sized bugs. Nice
Oh
time.
my god. That's so cute.
And instead of it being an ocean of seawater, it's an ocean of mud.
Stinky, smelly, pungent mud. Just for Orla.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay, so with that, the like the bugbear retreats like further back into his room and goes, "Stay out of this room. Wait there and let me come to peel your bones out."
Or I can just walk in, the door's wide
Why would we
open.
wait?
Come on,
You-
that's not fair.
You goblins
Well.
really have no logic skills, huh?
I'll
Just crawls in.
Wait for
So,
death?
do you
or
guys
go
move
and fight
upward
you?
into the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
So the group of you, the three of you, move upward into the room, and you see, oh my god, in front of you there are piles and sacks of crates and food and money and just like treasure that has been looted by this goblin bandit gang. You see
That's
some
why I couldn't
potions
burn this place
and
down.
some like a little statue of a frog.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like a little precious stone statue of a frog that has little
Kermit?
tiny golden orbs for eyes. It's adorable and very, very attractive.
That's going right in my pocket.
And so you see just these piles of coins. They're all stacked up as well as food and stuff, and it's all like surrounding this area. That has a huge bonfire in the center. In the corner of the room, the northeast corner, there's a couple cages. One of them houses a wolf that's snapping hungrily at Orla. And of course, in the cage next to it, there's Orla sitting there, and like she's got a smile on her face, but there's also like almost pints of blood dripping from her mouth.
Good lord.
No thoughts in those eyes right now. Like,
Her eyes are just completely glazed over, and she's just like, I'm ready.
Oh lord.
So the bugbear is standing in front of the bonfire with his back to you, and he hears your footsteps as you enter. He turns around and goes, "Oh, Clark told you to wait."
No.
We said no. Did you not hear that?
if you say
You
wait,
have our
maybe we have
friends.
another thing coming.
You have our friends. We are here for our friends. And if you want to continue your kleptomania, you can do it with a different group. I want my gnome.
The gnome belongs to Clark! And he smashes
who?
his hands against the ground like a kid throwing a tantrum. He says,
Says
"Says
who?
Our
me!"
bones are about to belong to the National Museum. Give us our no.
No!
Before I put your head on a pike, give us a gnome.
And he says no. And one more time, as he produces a mace that's about as big as you are, Verona, from the ground, and smashes it into the ground. Like a big spark comes off of it and hits the bonfire, and the bonfire just surges upward as I have you all roll for initiative. Don't click it just yet. Give me just a second. I have to activate the encounter. Alright, I will let you guys know when to do it.
Do I need to roll for initiative or nah?
You can roll for initiative as well if you want to try if you want to just sit and be a damsel in distress. You can.
I'll be a
but if you want to
damsel
try
in,
to activate-
in distress. Honestly,
Okay. So you're not gonna try to get yourself into any trouble or break out of your cell during the battle.
I don't think I'm in the state to. Honestly,
So you're just sitting there ah.
I'm imagining a beach of what I think looks like a beach. You know.
It's just dirt and mud and bugs. And a little flickering candle. The sun.
That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. You're doing great, sweetie.
Yay!
Amazing.
Okay. Encounter Builder's having some trouble loading up. I think D&D Beyond might be encountering some server issues. So, what I'm gonna do instead is just go ahead and roll for initiative, and I'll run this combat the normal way I do. Oh wait, there we go. It's done.
Oh god, my
Oh,
dice
damn.
is stuttering across my screen.
Alright, so I'm going to remove Orla from this combat. Unhide. And then you get hidden. Perfect.
Wow.
And your opponent is
Just me. Okay.
him. Alright, the boy. Save. And the encounter is ready to begin.
I also rolled a 19, just so you know.
Okay.
But my
Both roll
dice-
19.
So
Yeah.
Everyone got a 19, but I got an 8.
Alright, so I'm going to do you guys want to let one or the other go first?
Alistair can go first.
Alright.
Shoot him in the eyes!
And then Verona, what did you roll?
I got an 8.
8. Alright. And okay. Well, I'll
Can I
let
just
you go.
dodge?
Alright,
Roll
perfect.
out?
You can actually take the dodge action on your turn, but you won't be able to attack if you take the dodge action. Just so you know.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
a dog action now.
Dog
Woof.
action. I'm a little goofy. Anyway, so Alistair, it is your turn.
Alistair, let's go!
Alistair, let's go.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Shoot him in the
what-
eyes!
What? Why not? I can attempt at least.
Go for the eyes!
Why the fuck not?
Okay, can I use a guidance to make sure that he might maybe actually shoot him in the eyes?
Guidance is a bonus action. You will have to wait until your turn.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, it is... No, it's an action. So yeah, you'll have to wait till your turn to cast a guidance. It has
That's
to be...
okay.
Alright, Alistair, what are you trying to do?
I'm
He's trying to make a
shoot him in
cold
the
shot to
eyes.
the eyeballs.
Shoot him in the eyes. Alright. And you fire an arrow, and the arrow just kind of hits his fur and just bounces off. And he sits there and pounds his fist against his chest and goes, "That really all you got, little man?"
Well, shit.
That just started to make him angry.
I mean, you do what you gotta do, right?
Let me give you guys a little something for combat music.
Anytime I try to roll dice on D&D Beyond, it just stutters out of existence.
Oh, you poor creature.
Yeah, it's same with mine, which is why I'm gonna start using my physical dice, because fuck that.
That's tough. I hate to hear it. Alright, well, Alistair, is there anything else you want to do with your turn? You got any bonus actions or anything you can do? Or is that it?
That is all I believe I can do.
Alrighty. Nemea, it's your turn.
Hey! I'm gonna use guidance on myself.
Guidance on yourself. Alrighty.
Yes. and I'm going to run forward with my quarterstaff and try to go for the knees.
Unfortunately, since you cast guidance, that is your action for the turn.
Such.
You cannot attack as a bonus action. However, you can move. So if you want to move up close to him, you may. And then
I'm
end
gonna
your
move
turn.
just slightly out of range.
Just slightly out of his melee range.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So you move like around like 6 feet away from him, and you end your turn there. Verona, it is your turn.
What won't kill me?
That is a good question.
Hey, maybe. Oh, can I try to get our sweet little Orla? Trying to pick her out?
Can you try
Oh,
to
they're
save her?
distracting him?
You
Yeah.
want to go for saving her? Okay. Well, I will allow it.
Yes.
So you're gonna attempt to run past him or around him?
Would that be stealth?
No. That's going to be. I'm gonna make you roll an athletics check. We're gonna do an athletics check
Okay.
to escape him.
16!
16. All right. Let me roll an athletics check for him to see if he can get you. Oh, that's unfortunate, Miss Papaya. He rolled a 17. So
No.
you run past him, and like as you're attempting to get away, he brings his mace around his head and goes, "You're not getting away," and he like smashes it down onto you. The mace itself doesn't hit you, but the shockwave does.
Fuck.
As you take 2 bludgeoning damage. So go
Damn
ahead and put the bludgeoning damage down on your character. It doesn't actually have to register as bludgeoning damage, you just have to know that. Yeah. So you just lost 2 hit points.
Oh.
Alrighty. And with that, it is now the bugbear's turn. And he looks down at Nemea and goes, "Got something special for you." As he
Oh, really?
reaches down and grabs a bone from like around his bonfire, this like really long, thin bone. It seems like a tusk of like an elephant or something, but it's been broken off at the end and sharpened. And he hoists it up in his hand, raises it over his head, and he throws it at you. Let's see. And Nemea, you just kind of step to the side as it just impales itself into the stone of the cave. You just kind of step to the side and it soars right past you and goes right into the ground. Let's
Was
see.
that your special thing, darling?
You see him get like red in the face and he goes and smashes the ground with his fists again. Alistair, your turn.
I appreciate the thought, but damn. Alistair!
Is there anywhere nearby I can take cover just to be safe?
Take cover.
Yes.
Let's see.
Could take cover under the tusk!
Yeah, you can hide behind a like box or crate that are nearby. There's also large rocks at the entrance that are near you. You'd have to get to behind like the boxes or crates. You'd have to run past him. But like for cover with these like stalagmites on the ground, you could just hide behind one. So you want to hide behind one of the stalagmites or crates?
Yeah, just
All
mainly
right,
because
so you,
I'm at range and want to be rather safe than sorry.
yeah, you
Box
go
or
ahead and
stalagmite?
take like a stalagmite, I would say, since that would mean that
Yeah, the
Alistair doesn't have to
stalagmite.
run past the bugbear. So you go ahead and you hide behind one of the stalagmites. You gain half cover, which means attacks have disadvantage against you. And let's see. At least I remember that's what half cover does. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to say attacks get disadvantage against you. So, with that, you can still make an action or something. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and would I be able to shoot him in the leg to kind of have him at like words
Hinder
are
him?
not working. Yeah, hinder him.
Okay. So, let's see. You're gonna try to hinder,
Yes.
you said? Alright. So, let's see. Now, hinder itself is a spell. When you talk about that, are you trying to like say that you like sabotage something that he does? Specifically, what do you want to do to him?
I think Saf was mostly trying to like go for the knee or something to hinder
Oh,
his
like attack.
movements.
Oh, okay. So specifically, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and shoot him like in the knee.
Shoot him in the knee. All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
The eerie silence with the
I'm
spell.
so like I'm just staring at the and your longbow misses again. Unfortunately, like your arrow soars right into his knee, and just you hear tink as it bounces against his kneecap and just pops off. Doesn't even stick. Alrighty. With that, your turn is over unless you have any bonus actions you want to take. Nemea, you are up.
Alright. Since I gave myself guidance, I'm going to get just close enough with my quarterstaff and try to go for the knee.
All right. So
Go roll
going
a
for the
d8
knee.
minus 1. Well, I have to do my hit first, right?
Yep.
Derp de derp. Boink. That would be an 18 because I have
Alright.
a +1.
Roll me an insight check.
Do what now?
An insight check.
Oh, insight. Okay.
Yeah, insight.
Whee. 16.
All right. Let's see. With that, you determine where the weak spot in his knee is. You rush forward with your quarterstaff and you smash it into the side of his knee. You hear a as he goes, and his knee bends at an awkward angle. And you watch as he like reaches down and like clutches it and goes, now with that, he takes how much damage was it? Roll it.
I'm rolling for the damage. Let's go. Boink. I rolled an 8 on my d8.
All right, sweet. That's 8 damage dealt to him. You watch as he like clutches his leg and goes, "Oh, you're gonna pay for that."
And I didn't even need to roll my d4.
Okay, and you did not need to roll your guidance d4, which is awesome. Now, Verona, you're up. Do you still want to try to free Orla?
Yeah.
All right.
Just they got him distracted.
So, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check
Okay.
to slip the cage open.
Me. I got a 10.
You grab the lock and realize that it's extremely rusty, and as you try to like reach like your fingernail in to pick it, it breaks, and like the lock just kind of disintegrates, and the cage just squeaks open.
Oh,
Orla,
No.
you are free.
Hi.
I'll pick her up and carry her like a baby.
Piggyback ride.
Oh my god, I love
Just
the
put it
doodle.
to my chest.
You got my
Alright.
doodle. I'm glad.
So you're picked up and like held close to Verona's chest as she like tries to carry you to safety. Are you going to attempt to aid in the battle now, Orla, or are you going to just like sit and watch from a safe distance?
Like the thing, I've been pretty much like debating on that because I don't know. Like I don't know what's more Orla. Like Yeah.
Spills
Well,
like
go
pints
ahead and
of
keep
blood
thinking
out of your
about it.
face.
For now,
Okay.
Verona,
If we had Jonathan here to heal her, she could probably just run up there. But since he's out with the animals, I think it's best for us to like retreat for a bit, or at least me to retreat and drop her off.
Would he let
okay,
you
so
guys
you're going to attempt to retreat?
Oh no,
At
we'll
least long enough
distract.
for you to get healed.
All right, with your movement, then Verona, like the movement that you did expend, you can actually make it past the bugbear again, but I need you to roll an athletics check with disadvantage since you're carrying Orla.
Okay, how do I do that?
Does
So
he
roll
also
two,
have
roll,
disadvantage?
two athletics
I got
checks
him in
and
the
take
knee
the
ball.
lower
So we
one.
take the lowest? Okay.
No, he does not have
Oh.
disadvantage because he doesn't need to move to make this attack.
Alright, 11. And. Oh, 11.
11 and 11?
Yes!
Man, you have a penchant for rolling the same thing twice in a row.
Fighting for my life!
Okay, you successfully managed to slip past the bugbear. Barely. He swings down his mace, and you slip right past him as he brings it down and
Can I
smashes
throw a
it
rock
into
at
the
him,
ground.
or can I not? Because it's technically I don't have a turn.
Technically, you don't have a rock on you, Orla,
Okay.
but I will allow you to like scrape one off the ground as you're getting picked up and chuck a
Okay.
pebble. So go ahead and roll just a regular d20.
Okay. Give me a moment to how do? Oh yeah, I have to actually pull. That's a thing on the side. Okay.
Yeah,
Roll.
it's the thing on the left, bottom left. Roll a regular d20.
19.
Oh my god.
You bullet the rock at his head. You put all the wrath and fury of that landslide into that rock, and you just chuck it, and it beans him right between the eyes, and you watch as he goes, oh, 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 and then he falls backward onto his back and loses consciousness for a
What?
few seconds. He flat on his back as the stone beamed him right between the eyes. He falls backward and lies flat on his back. He is knocked vulnerable, and his turn is skipped as he has to get back up.
I'm gonna stick
Uh,
my
Nevada
so-
tongue
just
out
says
at him.
slowly look over at Alistair like, the fuck?
I mean, that's
So-
it's just naming.
Verona, you make it past him, and you carry Orla out of
Sorry,
the
guys,
cave
we'll be back.
and to Jonathan and Bernard.
And the
Okay,
puppy.
so and the puppies. And so with that, the bugbear like starts to get back up. Alistair, it is now your turn.
While he is in the process of getting up, I am going to shoot another arrow at him, either aiming at his shoulder or trying to get him in the eye again.
By the way, make sure you subtract an arrow from your inventory every time you
Yeah,
do that.
I've been.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Go ahead and roll to fire your arrow.
That's a slate takes its fucking
That'd be a
sweet ass
17.
All right.
I
so,
did physical dice this time, so.
with
Ah.
that, go ahead and roll your damage for your bow.
And that is a 5.
All right. So you fire an arrow, and it just kind of smacks itself straight into the bugbear's chest, and he goes, "Ugh, ugh," as the arrow sinks deep, and you watch as blood starts to pour. Finally, you found a chink in his armor. Okay. With that, your turn passes, and Nemea, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna swing for the fences since he's on the ground with my quarterstaff
Alright.
to the head.
You're gonna just swing for the fences, hit his head like a baseball. Go
Yeah.
for it. Roll your hit.
20 plus 1.
Nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Well, with that,
That laugh was
go
evil.
ahead and roll the critical damage, which is, roll your damage dice twice.
Whee! D8. Ooh, an 8, which is the -1, so 7.
And
And a 6, because I rolled a 7.
okay. And with that, you, like, sick and tired of this bugbear shit, you swing for the fences as hard as you can with your quarterstaff. You bring it right around your body, and, like, with a sharp twist, you just kind of let loose. The quarterstaff surges toward his head, makes contact with his chin, and you all hear this sickening that comes even from the like out of the mouth of the cave. You and Jonathan hear it, Verona. This kind of as the bugbear's head is struck so violently and so hard that it just detaches. It rips right off, like Velcro. It just kind of and his head just soars toward the ceiling of the cave, makes an impact like right on the ceiling, and just kind of splatters across the entire like cave ceiling.
Oh, that's gruesome.
The headless body falls to its knees and then falls forward with a thud.
That's what I said. You don't take my damn gnome!
It's just a little hop after the fucking reverberation. So, okay. I think they're
Yep.
done.
And you just hear that like thud as the bugbear's corpse falls to the ground, lifeless.
Either he beat their ass or he's dead. I don't know. I don't
Probably
hear
the
laughing.
loud reverberation
Probably
of her
dead.
saying, and that's why you don't take my fucking gnome!
Oh, he's dead. Okay. Good to know.
As I just fucking swung for the fences, my dice was like, here you go.
God, that was so good. All right, so with that, he is dead.
Fear the druid. She might not have very good strength, but when she's pissed.
God, that's so
Somehow, the strength of 1,000 men and an angry mother.
An angry, disappointed mother.
Okay, so with that, you hear the melody of Jonathan's lute start back up as you take in your victory. You hear thousands of screaming voices. Well, it sounds like thousands, but it's just a chorus of screaming voices as several goblins just come sprinting out of the cave. It seems like they were watching quietly in secret this whole battle go on, and now that their leader is dead, they're all running terrified out of the cave, just like
Now they're afraid of tieflings.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Exactly.
That one has anger issues. Don't mess with her.
When I'm angry, I'll take out a bugbear, damn it.
God. Okay, with that, the like entire cave is now clear. Like you can guess because you don't hear a peep or a sound, other than a small voice that's kind of like, help, help, coming from inside of the cave. And, like, you
I'll
hear this.
investigate.
The puppy in the cage! I want it!
I'm gonna feed the puppy in the cage. I would like to feed
Yes!
the puppy in the cage.
You feed the puppy in the cage.
Doggy
But,
number 4.
But that dog, it like when you reach out to it, it snaps at your hand.
Hey, it's okay.
Roll animal handling.
23, because I rolled a 19 with my +4.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you go
It's my
ahead
dog.
and like reach your hand out and scratch it under the chin, after like calming it down a little bit, and it sits and so excited and happy. No.
Good puppy.
All right.
And, after freeing said Doge, I'm gonna go investigate the voice.
All right.
I'm
You go
just
over
with
Please,
Maya
please,
to
Off to
that
investigate
voice.
the voice, leaving the glooming piles of treasure
We'll come
Like-
back for it, don't worry.
behind. And so you head like deeper into the cave, and you find this kind of like abandoned sleeping area where the goblins were once sleeping, and tied up and bound within a cage that lies next to one of the goblin campfires is this man who sits like with his like hands tied like on his knees, basically. He's covered in bruises and he's bleeding profusely. He looks up at you and goes, "Oh, people, lovely. Hello.
You look terrible.
I feel terrible."
Go figure. Okay. Is the cage locked?
It is, yeah, it's locked tight.
Well,
my
I
bowl of
do have
mirth
my
too?
thieves' tools with me. Bat's eyelashes.
And as you like kind of come over with your thieves' tools, you specifically you do have thieves' tools on you, right?
I looked at my tools and it said thieves' tools.
Now that at the bottom left where it says tools is your tool proficiencies. It tells you what you're proficient in. It doesn't tell you whether you have them or not. If you look in your inventory and it says you have thieves' tools, then you do.
I have a knife. I will use my knife.
Alright, I'll let you attempt to do it with your knife. So go ahead and attempt to make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
How much of a disadvantage? Because I have a natural +3 with it.
Disadvantage is it's like a stat or a status,
take
not
the
like
lower.
something else. You roll it and take the lower.
Either you have a nat 20 or a 19.
All right. Well, you pick the lock. And you just don't get a nat 20 on it. So you like quickly stick your knife in, you jimmy it around a little bit, and the lock pops open. Cage squeaks open, and he flops forward just onto his face and goes,
I'm going to cut him free. Is he naked? I
You
need to
cut
know
his
this.
binding. No, he's not naked, but he is
Yay,
like
okay, good.
he's wearing like really dirty clothes and like
Okay.
tattered armor. And he just kind of goes, "Oh, thank you."
Are you
How
going to be able
long
to
have you
walk or
been-
should we help you?
And he passes out.
Okay, that answers that.
Since Orlo's
I
with
can try.
John, damn, what's his name? JJ. I'm gonna come back. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
You are
I'm
right, you said
also
John.
really bad with names.
I was right. Okay, since
Yeah.
Orlo's
Yeah.
John, I'm gonna come back and help
Yep. So you go back.
as best as I can.
So you go back to like help out with the wounded man.
Mm.
What do you do?
Since you guys are gonna investigate the rest of the stuff, I'll probably just drag him out.
Alistair
Alright.
said that he would carry him out.
All right. So Alistair's
sure?
gonna carry him out. That's the
All right,
case.
then I'll stick with
Perfect.
Nemea.
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 Am I just sitting with him?
You're just sitting.
Yeah.
You just let John.
Am I healed or like, because I didn't ask to get healed, he's just sitting with me while I'm like bleeding profusely from my head.
He's patched you up. In this time.
Okay.
Yeah, you can restore yourself to full health.
Okay.
And, you know, the wolf following me around probably.
Oh yeah, there's the wolf.
And I'm gonna do a thorough check around this fucking cave for anything else other than the shinies or any other room.
I'm bagging every shiny.
All right. So
We can just put it in the wagon.
if you go over to the shinies, you find a pile. Verona,
I'm taking that fucking
you
frog.
find a pile of 600 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, 2 potions of healing,
Ooh.
and the small statue of a frog. It's made of jade upon closer inspection, and the eyes are tiny little golden balls.
Now how do I add that?
Add a custom item, and then just type in like statue of a frog, and for cost, put in 40 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Okay. You said how many copper?
600.
Oh. And how many? What was the other one? Silver?
110 silver pieces.
Oh. And then
2 potions of healing, which you can add into your inventory just from the like add item menu.
I'll take. Okay. Oh. Add. Okay, boom. And then inventory. I'm stupid. Ah!
I did this over in copper on mine, so you don't have to worry about that.
Can you do the other ones too?
Yeah, I can do the other ones
You
for
can
you.
do the potions of healing too if you.
I did it. I found it.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
you got
mind.
the potion? Okay.
Papaya's got the potions.
You
You
said
can add the
2?
frog with custom item if you want to.
Jade
Maybe.
frog.
Yeah,
Worth how,
two potions of healing.
How much?
It's worth 40 gold pieces.
Okay.
I got the 2.
Alrighty.
And was there anything else aside from the 110 silver, the 600 copper, and the frog?
The 2 potions of healing, that's it.
Okay,
I got
and
them.
that's what Verono got. Okay.
Yep. Alright, with that. Aside, in addition to that, there's supplies that are marked with this, like, lion crest. All of these supplies, like, seem like they were stolen. You would need to load them into the cart in order to transport them, but you could definitely fit them.
Okay, then we're gonna do that.
Alright? So,
I'm
you
just
bring
gonna
the cart
peek my
out of the
head out.
forest.
I'm gonna peek my head out. Yo, Alistair, bring the cart.
Yeah. So over the course of the next several hours, you explore the rest of the cave and find nothing of note. Just like abandoned food that's like rotting and covered in goblin bites. Some gross like droppings. Some refuse and like just clutter, all around clutter. You also find the source of the river, which is this like pool that comes down from some sort of basin in the mountaintop and then flows outward as a river. But other than that, you collect everything up, you load it into the cart, and
Was there
you're
anything
ready
on
to
the
go.
bugbear's body?
Other than his mace, no.
Okay. Nothing on his head?
Nope, nothing on his head. He was just like
Can I
wearing.
use his fire pit to set him aflame?
He was wearing bugbear-sized armor, but it's really heavy. And,
Yeah, we'll leave that.
yeah.
I guess.
And like he's got a mace. What else did you ask, Papaya?
Can I use his fire pit to set him aflame so no one can hide the body?
Roll an athletics check.
I'll
I'm
help.
not gonna do anything
Roll an
fun.
athletics check with advantage.
Yay! 16!
Alrighty. So
I'm
you
getting
grab the body and you haul it over
Hey,
to the fire, and you're straining and like you pull it over the flames and you push it in, and you watch as it's slowly incinerated, and the smell, oh god, the smell. All of his BO that was caked inside of his fur is now aerosolized inside of the cave.
I'm gonna soccer kick his head into the fire too.
His head was completely removed from existence when it hit the ceiling of the cave.
Oh.
It splattered like the Sistine Chapel of gore all across the
okay.
ceiling. Yeah.
Cool.
some blood drips on me and I just fucking scream.
Just like, where'd his head go?
It's just a reverberating scream spreading throughout the
Everyone
forest.
just hears like,
Don't look up.
oh my god, amazing.
Also, we'll call out when hearing the screams like, everything okay?
Perfect.
Yeah, just residue from the ceiling. It's fine.
God.
It's amazing. Alright, so with that, let's see. We bring you to clearing the cave. Cave is empty now. The supplies and the treasure are loaded up on your persons or in the wagon. And finally, the man who you rescued wakes up. He opens his eyes, and he like kind of looks around and he's like panics for a few seconds as he doesn't know what's going on, and he goes,
Hey,
Oh.
Easy.
Hold on. Slow down. You'll choke.
"Thank you, saviors. Wonderful to meet you. I
Oh.
am Sildar
What's up?
Hallwinter. I was hired by a dwarf to aid him in some provision and
mines?
transport. I'm supposed to go to Phandalin. We were riding together. Yes, we were riding together.
We happen to be going the same way.
And they ambushed us.
Wait, you and the dwarf?
Yes, we were on our horses and he I don't know what happened. I was struck in the back of the head and then I was in that cave. And those vile things, they tormented me for days.
Did your horse happen to be a pretty Palomino?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we
Why?
found that dead on the road.
Oh.
You don't say that.
What? It was two horses that were barring the
I'd
wagon.
rather
my
tell the
flower.
truth than hide
At
it.
least say it a little nicer.
Oh.
The
Well,
animal didn't die suffering.
It is sad, but unfortunate. Ah, the provisions in Gundren, did you see him?
I saw the provisions, I didn't see no Gundren.
Yeah, Gundren wasn't there.
Oh. Wait,
Were
I'm not
they
sure he
these
made
ones?
it.
the cart. Those are the provisions. You must be the ones Gundren hired.
I
That'd be weird.
suppose, yeah.
Ah, how far are we from Phandalin?
How far are we?
You guys have
Sir,
no
I
idea.
hate to inform you. We do not know.
Literally, she just looks at him, shrug.
Let's see. He goes, oh, well, I need to make it back. 50 gold pieces. Split amongst the group of you. If you can return me to Phandalin.
Well, that's where we were heading
I'm
anyway.
a little worse for wear, as you can
hop in.
see. So,
And just
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
over.
come on.
We're heading.
Eh,
The
and
chatterbox
she
in the back.
She just looks over to Jonathan and is like, yo, Johnny boy, do you have enough energy to do one more heal?
you see that, like, he kind of looks, like, pale. And he's still playing. But he's just
Okay.
like,
You
Let's
have
just
to
catch
do-
up.
I
Oh,
can
boy.
do it. No problem.
No,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
sit down.
Don't push yourself.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not push yourself.
Okay, alright.
You
I
play
was
one more
just
string,
checking
you
to
might
see if
keel
you
over.
had
Sit.
energy or not. If you don't have energy, it's fine. I can do basic medical supplies.
He kind of like flops over and you just hear.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm gonna roll medicine to patch up this poor man.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
Nat 20, let's go.
Oh my god. And
Woo!
suddenly you just like
Nice love you.
have a breakthrough in your noggin. How do you roll that many nat 20s that close together? Anyway,
Magic. My
uh,
dice love
Nice love, Kieran. Okay.
so
The dice got spoken.
she's playing with loaded dice. You watch as Nemea like gathers together some moss and sticks and leaves and various flowers and herbs from the forest, and then just patches them all over the bruises and cuts that cover Sildar's body. And he sits there and goes, "Oh, that's actually quite nice. Oh, wow. I feel incredible. Thank you."
He's giving me suspicious vibes. I kind of want to bite him.
No.
Orla sits. Orla.
He
I
like
guess
looks
my-
over nervously at you and goes, "Oh, is that creature, is that yours?"
The gnome?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna just like softly bite his knee with my freshly clean teeth. like not enough to do
Orla
it.
after that. I was like, no
He
biting.
goes, "Ah!" as you nip onto him, and then he's
It's okay,
like,
it's
"Oh,
okay. She's
well,
just tasting you. She's just trying to see if you're safe.
it doesn't hurt,
I-
so I suppose
After
it's
Orla
okay.
bites his knee, I pick her up. It's like, no biting.
I'm a little off put, but I suppose it's all right.
We all are
This
sometimes.
is-
It's okay.
This is what happens when you have a deep gnome.
Very well. Let us make haste to Phandalin. It should be. I'm assuming this stream leads. Yes. Judging by the direction of the wind, we should head north. The path should be out to our west. Continue on, and we should make it to Phandalin by sunset.
Because we came from that direction, and the goblins had dug a very large pit. And that's the reason why we detoured this
Ah.
way.
let us take a detour then. And he shows you through the woods, like a path, like not necessarily a path, but he like kind of helps you push the leaves and trees and branches aside, or cut down things to make like a small path in front of the wagon that you like barely manage to squeeze it along. And as you squeeze it through, you manage to make your way out on the other side of the like great hole that was dug by the goblins. Now, moving through and onward up the trail, you travel for a decent bit of time, and as you were traveling, Sildar starts to talk to you about like what exactly this whole mission's for. You know, he just chats with you to break the ice. He goes, "Well, I came from Neverwinter, agreed to travel with Gundren. You know, it's always safer to travel these roads in groups, especially Tribor. There are always raiders, as the ones we encountered. So we didn't really have much luck even traveling together, but we did make it a decent ways before being ambushed. Anyway, I agreed to travel with him back in Neverwinter, and he told me a great deal of information about his job that he had you to do. So, him and his two brothers recently located an entrance to the long-lost Wave Echo Cave. It was a mining site of the Fandelver's Pact.
Heard of it.
You've heard of the Fandelver's Pact, yes?
I
Well,
live
for
in
those of you who
Fandelver.
don't, those of you who don't know, there were once many clans of dwarves and gnomes in this area who created an agreement known as the Fandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine within Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power, or so it's told. Human spellcasters, as well, allied themselves with the dwarves and the gnomes to channel and bind the magical energy into a great forge, known as the Spell Forge. In the Spell Forge, a great number of magical items were crafted previously, and times were good. Over a period of time, a human settlement cropped up nearby, the town you now know as Fandolin. Of course, most of that is legend, but it is a fascinating discovery nonetheless for the history of the town and everyone involved. Should Wave Echo Cave contain even the mineral wealth that was spoken of, it could be prosperous forever.
Oh god.
He then begins to speak, like, additionally about various other things. Gundren had with him a map that showed the location of Wave Echo Cave, but it was confiscated from him by the individuals within the cave. You may find it amongst the belongings as you like search through some of the stuff. You do find indeed there is a map that locates exactly where Wave Echo Cave is in relation to the town of Fandolin. Let's see.
I'll write that down.
However, when you take the map, like when you produce the map, the location is torn, like the map is torn, and the other half is missing. Sildar notices this, and he goes, "Oh my god, the map. Where could it have gone? The other piece."
Is
This
it?
was everything that was in that cave.
They wouldn't have gotten rid
Is
of
it possible for me to do like some sort of check to see if it was like purposely?
Yeah, it's very clear that it was obviously torn. It was torn on purpose, like ripped in half.
Okay.
By hands. You don't even need to make a check.
Okay.
And he like sits there like panicking for a second before going, no, it was obviously intentional. What could they have needed it for?
Was it the goblins or was it someone else?
It definitely was the goblins.
Clearly, someone
Are
else
you
wants
certain?
this map as well.
Would they even have
But
the
they're not going
intelligence
to
to
be
do
Gundren.
that?
They must
The
have
thing-
captured him.
The thing is,
I don't know if they interrogated him or not, but they should have sent the... Oh no, not the Cragmaws. Oh, goodness.
Well,
Cragmaw?
at least the thing is,
The
even
what?
with only half the map, they still wouldn't be able to find their way. They need both halves.
I suppose. They'll be looking for them then. And for us. Someone in Phandalin might know where they're captured. I'm not certain. But
Who
it
are the
is
Cragmaws?
almost certain to me that they took it to the leader of the Cragmaw bandits.
Bandits.
I'm gonna turn to
Always bandit.
John.
Why am I-
Is he awake now, or is his name John?
Yeah, he's woken.
Josh?
He's like kind of like woken back
John.
up, and he's like, his name's Jonathan.
Okay.
He's like laying on his side, but he's awake. He's just kind of like tiredly looking around.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about this magical little map thing.
Interesting.
You said interesting?
Sorry. You were asking him about the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like said interesting, like as a comment on that decision. So he looks at it and goes, no, I don't really know anything about that. Sorry.
Can you read maps, sir?
I can read a little bit of a map. I can read, well, I can't read. But I can read directions at least. I know the N and the E and the South and the W.
Do you know anyone
That's why
that would want
What?
a treasure map?
A treasure map. Well, I mean, I don't know anybody who'd buy it off you, especially since it's torn in half. But I mean, it looks like it has the value to that fellow over there. And he points to Sildar, who is like still like poring over it.
That's because it's important for our mission.
And so, Sildar continues onward, like, rambling to himself. He goes, Yarno would know something about this. I'll have to investigate.
What does north mean? I'm still I'm still
Well, you
asking our
see-
friend.
The N right there is the direction that, well, it's relative, you see. If I had this thing, there's a thing called a compass, you see, a little Miss Orla. And, the compass, it points in the N direction. And the N direction is where, Santa Claus lives. Yeah.
Who's Santa Claus?
Well, you see, he's a big fat human who gives toys to good kids like you. And he pats Orla on the head.
I'm 50 years
mind
old.
them.
There's just an indignant huff in the background because I felt
I-
offended at that.
I apologize. I didn't realize you were 50, ma'am. I don't think I've ever seen a gnome before.
I'm just staring at him before I just nod. Like, okay. Like, I'm
Well,
young for a
anyway.
gnome, so maybe that's why you got distracted. Like, you got
He
confused.
gives prizes and trinkets and I guess bugs to lovely little things like yourself.
Why did I never get any bugs?
He doesn't go underground.
Is he scared of it?
Yeah, he's
He
scared of the
doesn't. He's
underground.
claustrophobic.
Most of us
Which-
humans are.
Yeah.
We can't see in the dark like you can.
Orla looks a
I
little
don't think
confused. She
she
kind of
knows
like
what that
looks
word
down.
means.
She seems like a little troubled by that, I guess, but she doesn't say anything else.
So, like with that, you hear
While John's resting, I'll slip him some snacks so he can eat something.
you hear Sildar like rattle off one more thing. He goes, if you can find some information, I'm going to lie low for a few days. But if you can find some information about it, so the goblins, while they were beating me, they talked about how the Black Spider had sent them to the Cragmaws.
Wait, can you understand
and
goblins?
Gundren.
Sorry. I got...
Yeah, because all I hear is.
Yes, I speak Goblin.
I didn't know
all
they
it sounds like
speak.
is screaming.
Oh, okay. The Goblin tongue is a very guttural and shrill one. It might sound like screeching to you, but they are saying things. For example, I think the other day, probably when they were ambushing you, I might have heard them say fresh meat or dinner time.
A bugbear was certainly better at communication than they are.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Not like it matters because his head
And
painted
even
the
that was
sky.
What was that, Papaya?
He's still trembling over the blood that fell on me. I don't think it was just blood.
Verona is still scared.
It was
You notice like a small
squishy.
like bone fragment on top of here, it's like a little cherry on top of the little blood
Your
that fell
slides down.
there.
Nemea's gonna
Tear
reach
slides
over
down
and
my
gently
veins.
pick it off.
She like picks it off of you and like cleans you up. And with that, after like a little bit of time more, the sun has begun to set and you have arrived. You crest over a hill and you arrive in the town of Phandalin. So, upon reaching Phandalin, you watch Sildar just kind of hobble off the cart, and he walks off into a building nearby that has a like kind of scale symbol on it, like a traditional scale. You know the one I'm thinking of. It's got a pendulum base, two balances on either side. Put one thing on one end, one thing on another. Yep.
Like
okay.
a bank or
So
something.
he goes ahead and heads inside, and then he comes out with a pouch of gold coins. He says, "Oh, 50 gold as agreed upon."
Are you
Well,
sure
thank
you
you,
don't
sir.
need any further guiding, considering you said you were going to lay low?
He says, "Secure lodgings. I am going to the tavern." And he just kind of like hobbles off into the distance towards this
Goodbye.
small like mill like that seems to have been converted into a tavern and an inn, and he just kind of like disappears into the door.
And Nemea jokingly looks over her shoulder at the group and is like, "Welcome to my home. We're in Phandalin now."
Yep. And as you walk into Phandalin, the rutted trail emerges from a wooded hillside, and the town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Some have been built on old stone foundations, more old ruins, crumbling stone walls that have been covered in ivy and briars surround the newer houses and shops, showing that this must have been a larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of a cart track that widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor on a hillside at the east of town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green, and townsfolk tending to chores and running errands at many shops. People look up as you approach, but all of them return to their business as you go by. They kind of eye you a little suspiciously, and then just go back to whatever they're doing. They don't really care that much.
Does anyone actually recognize Nemea since she lives there?
They look at you, like, most of them look at you and just kind of like, they look away. Some of them give you like a little wave that's kind of awkward, but a lot of them are just kind of like in fear of you, it seems.
Why are they afraid of me? They're the ones that hated me. Hello?
Just casually leans over. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Honestly, they scorned me more than anything because I was a street urchin.
Well, now you're our little street urchin.
Aww.
I'll accept that for now.
For now.
Action. Alright, so.
Her soon ways of showing affection.
Have we fed our boy? Or is he still
Uh,
dying somewhere in the back of the van?
Which boy, Jonathan?
John. Alistair
Verona,
seems
I
fine.
think you have a spare cookie in your pack. You might be able to give him.
Let me feed him.
You toss him a cookie and he like pops it into his mouth and chews it slowly. And as you as he starts to eat, You watch as his fingers like kind of wiggle to life and just pick up the lute and start playing again.
Good lord. I think it's an addiction.
You resurrected him in order to
You
play
hear him
music.
like muffledly go, "Music never rests."
Oh my goodness.
Good lord.
And with that, he like sits up and like seems to like look a little less pale, and he kind of smiles with the cookie in his mouth and like bobs happily to the music as he plays it.
That's actually
So.
kind of cute. What the
It's like a giant puppy.
Within Vandal.
Wait, do we stop the dogs?
Oh,
Back in the
what's up?
back?
Yes, the puppies are
Did we
with
keep
you.
the puppies? Yes!
Yes, you have 3 wolves that are
Four.
just like resting, or 4 wolves.
I'm nestled
that are
into them.
resting.
I'm
One of them is
nestled in
slightly
it.
larger than the other ones.
The larger one is mine.
Wait, isn't there 4? Or did
Yes,
the third one run away from
no,
the first
there
three?
there are 4 of them. You got them. There's 4
Okay,
wolves, and they're all like gathered up together, like in a kind of curled up pile in the cart.
I'm laying
Um,
on top. I'm on top of the pile.
When you stop the cart, the wolves, some of them get up, like the group of them gets up, and as a pack, they start to make their way for the like deeper forest on the edge of Fenelon.
No!
Do you want to try to stop them?
Yes!
Alrighty.
They must stay.
I'm going to give a light whistle for the bigger one.
Light whistle for the bigger one. Roll an animal handling check.
Alright, let me do this with my +4. Hold on. Dice, come here.
Just pat my thighs for the other 3.
22, because I rolled an 18.
Nice. All right.
Woo!
Light whistle. The big wolf stops, turns around, looks at you, and like then looks back at its pack. The pack leaves and heads into the forest.
No, I didn't finish.
Oh, what did you want to do, Papaya?
I wanted to give a little pat on my thighs, like a loud little.
Oh, okay. Roll animal handling.
No!
What'd you roll?
It's stuck at 2. It's 4.
Yep.
I'm never allowed to be happy.
Sad.
So you give a little pat, and one of the wolves turns back and goes, and then look, it like kind of stops for a second, like looks at you, puts its ears down, and,
Please. No!
and then it turns back and looks at its like group, and it just like kind of walks away, pats off.
I mean, you can look at the group or you can look at the big one that paused. I mean,
it like looks at the group of it like its compatriots that are already running off, and so it runs off into the woods, scampers off with them, and when you whistle to the big wolf turns toward you, and like panting, it like pads back to you and like sits down in front of you.
Just be nice to
It
me.
looks at Verona and it goes,
goodbye.
and it like smiles at you, Verona. Though it's sitting in front of Nemaya, it's like kind of happy.
Verona has
looking at
decided to curl up in the back and just cry. Never allowed to be happy.
you. Oh, poor Verona.
Can I
Alright.
tell what kind of wolf this one is, since he was bigger than the others?
Yes, specifically, let me find the actual description for the wolf.
Because that'll depend on what name I give it.
Alright, so, it is, we're gonna call it a... I have to, like, look for the stat block. It is a direwolf.
Ayo!
Yep.
I'm naming you Fenrir.
So you have a direwolf that is that's sitting next to you. His name is Fenrir now. Yes.
Yes.
All right. And you know you name him Fenrir. Like you start calling him Fenrir, and you watch as his ears get pinned back, and he kind of growls at you.
Oh, you don't like that name?
He like lifts his head up, and you see this crappily made makeshift collar that has a few like bone letters that have been carved meticulously out. Though they're crude, it seems like somebody put a great deal of effort into making them. And the collar says Ripper.
Oh, Ripper.
And
Is that your
you
name,
watch as
buddy?
his ears perk up and he goes,
That's a good Ripper.
and you get like a whoop.
That's a good boy.
All right. And
People are
so-
going to be more afraid of the man now because she has a fucking direwolf.
Yeah, so people are just like parting ways side to side like the ocean. And you all have made it to Phandalin. What do you want to do?
Are there
Now
any
that
People are
shops?
more terrified.
Any shops? you said?
Yeah.
Because
I'm
we
yes,
do have a
you
lot of
actually
shit we
see-
need to sell.
You do see several shops within the town.
I'm getting a little jealous that other people have pets now and I don't.
Your
I mean,
your-
technically,
has
both of the
two.
pets are mine and Bernard is shared.
Bernard
witness,
is the
uh,
group pet. I have air. I have nothing. My
You-
3 pet. They had to settle the I tried.
as you're curled up in sadness, Verona, the cart like kind of comes to a stop all of a sudden, and you notice.
Oh.
You notice that, hearing your sobbing, Bernard has rested himself from his reins and has come around the back to check on you.
Bernard. My only friend. Ooh.
And you all hear like a as he like sticks out his tongue and he like licks Verona's face.
Oh. You smell like grass, but that's on me. That's a good boy. Thank you.
Okay, so Orla,
Yeah.
you look around and you see the place that you guys were hired to deliver the supplies to, Barthen's Provisions. It's a huge trading post that says like open sunup to sundown with a big plaque outside, like a big sign that's been like marked with charcoal.
Bernie, I need you to pull the
there's,
cart the rest of the way.
there's a big like a big tough looking human who like sits outside and like he's just kind of like sitting there looking at the cart and he's like smiling.
Hey there, sweet cheeks.
Let's see. As you say that, you just see him like blush a little bit, and he just kind of gives a little wave.
We're here for a delivery.
So he walks up and goes, haven't seen you in a while, Nemea. How's it going?
It's going good. I have a pet now. Points at Ripper.
And the Ripper just gives like a and he just kind of steps back and is like, okay,
Down,
Cat.
Ripper.
that's
Drown.
I've seen those before.
He's a direwolf.
Some of the elves ride those. That a dire wolf. Whew. Ha. Interesting. Okay, so wonderful. That's all nice and good. I see that you have the delivery that I was expecting. Now I'm gonna need you to keep that thing within 15 feet of me, and we're gonna bring that around. Okay. So like, where's that ox that you have? Oh yeah. Okay. And
Bernard.
you call him Bernard. And then like gives Verona one more lick, and then heads around to the front and like allows itself to have reins put on it again before it walks forward and brings you to the store. And as you arrive at Barthen's Provisions, we end our session for this week. It
I was
has-
not
Terrifying
allowed
people
to
with a
be
direwolf.
happy.
Let's go.
It has been
I was not
fabulous
allowed to
DMing
be
this session for
happy.
you guys. I am so sorry, Miss Papaya. That
I'm
you
getting my
failed
own
your
dice. I
check.
can't do this.
Oh
I
no,
can't
she's
do
gonna get her
this.
own dice. The digital dice are evil. Is that it? The digital
Yeah.
dice are evil.
Yeah.
They're being
It
mean to you?
literally, no, it got stuck on two and slid across the screen.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
digital dice is a little
God, no.
funky.
I hate
Okay,
it so
no,
much.
don't worry, Miss Pie. Go ahead, get yourself your own dice. I am so sorry that happened.
Because I was like, huh? Because I was watching mine just slide across, and it was like an 18, and then slowly
Wow.
rolled, and then didn't even
I
like
have
exist.
never had that kind of trouble with D&D Beyond dice, but I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry that happened.
It hates me.
Orla, don't worry. You will get to visit your shop in the next session.
Yay! That
Will
makes
I
me
maybe
finally
you
get a
too.
puppy?
And you might get a puppy.
Can you
might
can
get
you
Is
like
Ripper- Is
make-
Ripper a boy or a girl?
Ripper is a boy.
You have to do
Okay.
animal handling to check.
You don't have to do that. You can see the goods.
I'm gonna end my stream, so I'm
This-
gonna
Yeah, I'll be
end
right
up.
back.
Sure thing. No worries.
I
Alrighty, darlings. I am so sorry. I didn't really chat that much. We're in a funk right now. Sorry. But yeah, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm a little down right now. But yeah, we'll see how I'm doing. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.